What's up, everybody? I'm gonna be doing a birthday haul. That's right, it was my 25th birthday today, and I celebrated it by going out, hanging out with my family, talking to some friends and stuff, and getting a bunch of cool shit. So I'm gonna be kind of going over what I got today, and my first stop was a local toy store here in St. Louis. It was in St. Charles, called STL Toys and Comics, and this is one of the things I got. I got this guy right here, and this is the Bomar Monk droid, Spider droid. This was a mail away in 1997, and this is pretty cool. This also was part of the Jabba's Denizens 3-pack that came out in, I believe, 2003. Except that one came with the red dome, the more movie accurate Return of the Jedi red brain dome, but it was using the same mold. And this was the original one that has more of the blue tint, if you can see there. And this is awesome. This was probably the most expensive thing I got from that haul. It was like 15 bucks loose, but I really like this guy. I'd love to get one in Black Series, but this is what I got right now, and this is hella fucking cool. So I got this one, and then I got this whole bag here full of stuff. My wife actually was nice enough to, get me all this stuff. So I didn't have to pay anything on any of this stuff, but it was still pretty cheap. Really good deals over there at STL Toys and Comics. Um, I got 3 loose figures other than this one. I got this Jar Jar Binks figure from the Phantom Menace toy line. Or actually, you know what? This might have been. No, this is the Power of the Jedi toy line, actually. I'm pretty sure. Came with the curled up pit droid. This is just a really cool figure. Wanted to get this guy. So I got this guy loose. Then I also got Jedi Training Obi-Wan. This is also from the Power of the Jedi line, I believe it's called. And this guy's hella cool. I've wanted to get this guy for a while, and I'm probably going to get a carded one as well, because it's just cool to me. I don't know. And then I got a Jedi Training Qui-Gon as well to match my Jedi Training Obi-Wan. As you can see, the prices on here are pretty damn good for some of these figures. So I got those guys, and I was really happy with those. And then I got some carded figures as well. I got the sneak peek of Attack of the Clones. They released 4 figures, as a sneak peek before Attack of the Clones came out. And this is one of those figures. I remember this coming out as a kid and my dad being very excited about it. And it was this one. It was the Clone Trooper. This is before anybody knew what Attack of the Clones meant, what the Clone Wars was. And this is everybody's first sneak preview in toy form, and this was really cool. I remember my dad cutting this out and taping it on the inside of his truck. He just thought it was so cool, as well as the Jango Fett picture when that figure came out. That was such a big deal. I mean, as a kid, that was just so exciting, like getting a brief look at all the cool new characters we're going to be getting in the world of the prequels. And yeah, I just had to get this. The card back is in really good condition. Just looks great. Looks like you grabbed it off the shelf yesterday, as with most of these figures that I got. So I got that one. Then I picked up Darth Sidious from Phantom Menace. I've been wanting to get this guy for a while. I also want to get the hologram one, but that's actually kind of one of the more rarer ones from the Episode 1 toy line, I believe. So that one's going to have to wait. I've seen some pretty pricey ones in person, including one at Slackers, which I know Slackers usually doesn't know how to price stuff properly. Not really a toy store, but that one was ridiculous. So all the ones I found in person were kind of crazy, but I got that one for $3. Awesome. Card is mint, looks great. Then I got Kiadi Mundi with the original purple lightsaber. Just got this one because this is a cool figure, the first Kiadi Mundi figure to come out, and it's got his original purple blade. I just thought that was awesome. And then the other figure I got, this is really cool to me in my office currently where I shoot these toy reviews. I've got a bunch of the old 2002, 2003 kind of Attack of the Clones era figures. During that line, they were releasing a lot of the Attack of the Clones figures, but as well as retooled versions of figures from past movies, and this was one of them. This was the Chewbacca with the Cloud City destroyed C-3PO. You could put him in the little sack here, and he's got like a button on there, and I think it like glows or something. I can't remember. It's been so long since I've had this figure, but yeah, that's right. You would plug his head into the back of the figure and it lights up. That's very cool. Okay, that is what it does. But yeah, I've got these guys from Empire Strikes Back. Like I've got the Han on Hoth, I've got the Darth Vader and Bespin, I've got the Luke from Bespin, and now I've got this guy in a Cloud City. So yeah, it's gonna go up there on the wall with the rest of my Empire Strikes Back guys. Very cool. I loved this figure when I was a kid. Just so cool. And then the second most expensive figure I got. This guy sent me back $10. Not a big deal, obviously. I got the 30th anniversary Luke Skywalker from A New Hope. I love this line so much. It's such a cool line. It's got like the I don't know exactly what you would call this, like the moisture tank or something like that. But yeah, it's super cool figure. I mean, I just really like it. I think it's pretty cool. Not the best like likeness or whatever, but then again, Luke head scans are kind of hit or miss, but the mold is really cool. It's got the accurate Luke Skywalker family hilt with the blade, and then the unbladed hilt is actually a unpainted Darth Vader hilt, which I just think that's so funny about a lot of Luke figures is they have inaccurate or just straight up not correct hilts, and this is one of those examples. But I think that's kind of the charm of a lot of these older Luke figures. There's so many Luke Skywalker figures, and a lot of them don't have the proper hilt. But I love this figure. I love figures that come with like kind of world building accessories that aren't like necessarily weapons. You know, so this is just cool because you can set it up next to your figures, and it just makes the whole environment feel fuller. And I'm keeping this guy on card, but just in general, I just think it fills out the packaging. It just looks cool. It's just an awesome accessory that we're probably never going to see in something like Black Series, or I don't know, maybe never again in 3.75 scale. They just don't really seem to think outside the box with these kinds of things, and I just like that. Um, and then lastly, my last pickup from STL Toys and Comics that I got today was also from the Attack of the Clones era. I got Zam Wessel. I have the sneak preview Zam Wessel as well, but I wanted this one specifically because I had this when I was a kid. It's got the changeling mask that you can put over her face or their face, and that's really cool. And whole side profile here, but the front profile is kind of obscured by the way that she's been placed in the packaging. But super cool profile right here. Just cool as hell, with quick draw action. Ooh, shit. All these card backs look great. I mean, for the most part. I mean, a couple scuffs or crinkles here and there, but it's nothing. Oh, yeah, and I forgot this figure's arm comes off too, which is hella badass. Super cool. I actually forgot about that because her arm over there is obscured. So that's really awesome. So yeah, I got a lot of these guys. And I will move on with the next part of my haul. All right, now on to the second part of the haul. I was gifted some other stuff off of my Amazon wish list. I was very grateful to get something for my sister. She's going to be going to college soon. I'm wishing you luck out there, buddy. And she was nice enough to get me this. It's pretty cheap right now on Amazon. It is the Power Rangers now defunct Lightning Collection 2-pack of the Mighty Morphin Yellow Ranger and Mighty Morphin Scorpina. And, I really like this character. I never thought we were going to get this character in the Lightning Collection. I mainly wanted it for this character. My roommate, their dog ate this. I was irresponsible, left it out. They ate it. He hid it from me. He didn't want me to know. He didn't want to have to pay me back for it. Well, guess what? I found it. And I was left Scorpina-less. But luckily I got this back now, and this is a really cool figure. I mean, again, I just didn't think we were going to get this character. I like this character a lot from Geo Ranger, and just a cool looking character that I just did not expect to get. So very happy to have this back in my collection. I'll probably end up selling this part, but it was very cool for her to get me this. So now I don't have to buy it for myself, after basically losing it unfairly. And then at Time Warp, another cool collector shop here in St. Louis, I got this. This is pretty damn cool. I got the Pike Soldier from Book of Boba Fett. This guy's really awesome. I initially wasn't really gonna get this guy because I didn't really like their physiques, in the show. I was like, it's not accurate to like what they look like in the Clone Wars. But then again, Clone Wars is never an accurate depiction necessarily of what a species looks like. I mean, sometimes when you've already seen a species in live action and then you see them interpreted in Clone Wars, it doesn't even look accurate. And then when you have a species like the Pikes interpreted in Clone Wars and then to live action, it kind of makes it look like they lazed out when it came to the live action interpretation of the species. But really, there's just some, not so subtle, um, very outlandish, cartoonish interpretations of certain species in the Clone Wars. So it's kind of like you get some accurate ones, you get some not so accurate ones, but it's kind of just up to the creator of the show and the designer's interpretations of those species. So I really like the look of this guy if you remove the thought of what they looked like and their physiques from the Clone Wars. And I just decided through and through this was a cool figure. I wanted to not be so deep about it. It wasn't that deep. It's just a matter of, do you like the design? You do like the design? Okay, cool. Because there's not going to be a Clone Wars Pike Soldier in the Black Series. I'm almost certain of that. So this is really cool. And yeah, it's just an awesome figure. Probably going to be doing a review of this guy sometime soon. So look forward to that. And then the last few actual figures I got before I move on to the other stuff, the other physical media stuff I got, are two NECA guys. And I was very happy to get this from my mom. Thank you very much. That was very cool. You know, she asked me what I wanted. I didn't expect her to get me anything, but she got me these two very cool things. First up, she got me the Ghostface Inferno. This is a really awesome figure. I just watched Scream 5 and Scream 6, so I'm more up to date on why this figure exists and the accessories and everything, and that's very cool. Because an outsider looking in, having only seen the first four, I was like, what the fuck? Like, it's just all this crazy shit going on here. We got like a pitchfork, a flamethrower, bulletproof vest, which we saw in 3, but like still, I was like, what? And then the devil mask and everything. I just was like, what the hell is this interpretation of this character? And yeah, very cool. So probably going to be doing a review of this guy pretty soon. And I also got this guy back in my collection. Bam, we got Halloween 2 Ultimate Michael Myers. I had this guy at one point, had to sell him to make money. I had to pay rent and stuff like that. So I'm very happy to have this guy back. Got a little nick in the packaging there, but I'll probably be doing a review over this guy too. Just such a cool character, such a cool version, figure-wise, of this character. So very cool. Very happy to have both of those guys. Going to be doing a review probably of both these guys on the channel coming up soon. All right, now let's look at what else I got. Well, I got a frame for my vintage Boba Fett poster. This was a poster that comes out of a magazine. This was my dad's, and I pulled it out and framed it. I think it looks pretty good. It was, I couldn't find the exact frame size for this poster, but I think it turned out well. I found this crazy thing. It's pretty cool. It's like kind of moves, and that's awesome. I got that at like an antique mall. I got this at an antique mall. This is an autographed frame of Aura Singh from the Phantom Menace. This just looks really awesome. I finally pulled the trigger on this bad boy, and I'm very happy to have this. Aura Singh is kind of one of my favorite deep cut characters, and even though she was only in the movie for like 1 second, but I just think it's super cool. The actress signed it, so that's really awesome. And then I got frames for both of these bad boys. These are the 30th anniversary checklist poster for the 30th anniversary line of Star Wars action figures. And then this is the Revenge of the Sith toy line checklist from 2005. And both of these I framed. They're just super awesome. Again, didn't have exact fits for the frames. I did what I could, and I think they came out pretty damn cool. Got to put these guys up over here at some point, blank wall. And I have an adjuster on my door, so they're not going to just swing and smack them. But yeah, that was the entirety of my birthday haul. I also got like a Jurassic Park pin, and that's pretty damn cool. But yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank you for checking out my birthday haul, and check out some of my reviews. Check out my upcoming reviews of some of these guys, and appreciate it. Like, subscribe, follow, whatever you want to do. Hope you enjoyed this video. Devonius out.